Azure Synapse Trigger Pipeline is a powerful tool that enables data integration and workflow automation in the cloud. To get the most out of this feature, follow these tips for creating and managing effective trigger pipelines. First, understand the different types of triggers available in Azure Synapse, including schedule triggers, storage event triggers, and custom event triggers. Schedule triggers allow you to run pipelines at regular intervals, while storage event triggers respond to changes in Azure Data Lake storage or other storage services. Custom event triggers provide more flexibility, enabling you to trigger pipelines based on specific conditions or events. When creating a trigger, start by defining the trigger type and setting the trigger name and description. Then, configure the trigger properties, such as the schedule or event settings, depending on the trigger type. For example, if you are using a schedule trigger, specify the recurrence pattern and start time. To ensure reliable pipeline execution, configure retry policies and timeout settings for your trigger. This allows you to handle failures and exceptions gracefully, minimizing the impact on your workflow. Additionally, use pipeline parameters and variables to pass data between pipeline activities, making your workflow more dynamic and flexible. Best practices for trigger pipeline management include monitoring pipeline execution and trigger history, which helps you identify issues and optimize pipeline performance. Use Azure Synapse Analytics and logging features to track pipeline activity and troubleshoot problems. Another key concept is trigger dependency management, which allows you to control the order of pipeline execution based on trigger relationships. By setting up trigger dependencies, you can create complex workflows that respond to multiple events and conditions. In summary, creating effective trigger pipelines in Azure Synapse requires a thorough understanding of trigger types, properties, and settings. By following these tips and best practices, you can build reliable and efficient workflows that integrate data and automate tasks in the cloud. Remember to monitor pipeline execution, configure retry policies, and use pipeline parameters to get the most out of Azure Synapse trigger pipeline capabilities.